Okay, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today's video, we're here for Days with My Stepsister, Episode 2, or Step Bro, I'm Stuck, the anime, Episode 2. I'm gonna apologize now if you hear a fan in the background. My AC is currently out, and so I have a fan blasting on me just out of frame because it is hot in my place at the moment. So they're supposed to come fix it later today, but until then, I wanted to still obviously get my reactions done. So I'm currently suffering. But yeah, anyway, just wanted to say that if you hear a fan, that's what it is. Yeah, last episode where we got a solid introduction to this series. It was a lot more mature than I was expecting, honestly. I mean, I guess that's what the appeal of this series is, and that's why it's getting an anime. It takes a very supposed mature look at what a scenario like this would realistically be like. So we're gonna find out as our two main characters continue getting closer, as they kind of got just introduced to each other last episode, and we're talking about how they're not going to interfere with each other's lives. They're just going to keep living their lives how they have been. We'll see how they kind of slowly shift away from that mindset as we continue throughout the series. But yeah, per usual, feel free to check out the Patreon and Discord. Links are in the description below. As far as the Discord goes, we talk about current anime, past anime, current manga, past manga, and have non-anime conversations as well. And as far as the Patreon goes, you get exclusives and uncuts to all of my reactions. So feel free to check out either of those of your own will. Now, without further ado, let's hop into Step Bro, I'm Stuck, Episode 2. Buddy, your alarm's going off. I already love it. This show, it just knows that silent. We talked about this in the Discord, and I talked about it last episode as well, like the whole scene where she was just trying to figure out how to flip the light switch and turn off the correct light. Like, scenes like that are really good, and this show is not afraid to just have its characters be in silence like normal people. It's really cool. I don't think I've ever really seen an anime do that, because obviously anime episode runtimes are so short. They try to jam-pack as much content as they can into a certain episode. So just having that silence is very, very interesting. Yeah, he did completely refill her bath. Interesting. Seems like they're going to be sharing bathwater from now on. Oh yeah, also a couple things you guys clarified that I was being a dummy on. I'll just do it while the OP's playing. There was a couple things like the picture he was looking at on his phone of the girl was not a lock screen. It was her, because she said her mom said she didn't let her take pictures anymore. So he was seeing a picture of her as a child. This OP really frames it as if they knew each other as kids as well. It's interesting. So. She just chilling out there? Yeah, I'm not good enough for a babe like her anyway. I think that might be Mikasa's voice actor from Tomodachi Game. I'm gonna look it up, hang on. Yep, he is. I knew it. I knew it. Yeah, you've heard she's selling herself. That is crazy. She's definitely just trying to keep people away. Pandora? Is that in like Pandora's box? Yeah. It is literally her. It is literally Ayase. That looks like it went way out. Yeah. Looks like she just shot that way out of there. What is happening right now? Time for tickle torture? What on earth is going on? So she's friends with Maya. Gotcha, the red-haired girl. I mean, I think we see that in the opening too. So she just naturally became friends with her too, because she's friends with everybody. My other reason is pretty pathetic too. So he likes the solo matches. Wow, they both pick tennis because there's no team matches, so they can both play solo. That just gives me more time to myself. Interesting. Hmm. Interesting. Interesting. I appreciate how he didn't initially believe those rumors at all. He just kept talking to her like normal. Oh, really? Hmm. All that just to say Tadaima. Turn on the light for him. Any easy part-time jobs that pay really well. That is a crazy amount. Think that's doable? Yeah, no. No, you won't. That's definitely not doable. Okay. This is definitely a misdirect. She is not doing what you think she is. Yeah, you should sell yourself? Wait, what? Is she actually doing that? I really think this is gonna be a misunderstanding, right? I don't think she meant, like, selling her body to people. Did she? Is it actually gonna come out that that's what she meant? What a way to raise your kid. Yeah, this is 100% a misunderstanding. Once the mom thing got brought in, now it's clear it's a misunderstanding here. Well, because, like, there's no way that mom is raising her daughter to sell her body. No fucking way. Absolutely no way. Oh my god. So the vagueness is what's making this misunderstanding happen in the first place. When you first got into it, that'd be a huge problem. There you go. It's my armed mode. Do they raise your defense stats? Or what's your dual attack? Even if you don't see it. Heat this up and eat it together. Okay, damn. She asked him to eat together. Yeah, that might just give some bad impressions to some specific people, but I don't see a problem with that at all. As long as you have something that's keeping you stable that you enjoy, don't let people tell you what you can do. Oh shit, she got really passionate about that really quickly. Use that kind of logic to corner you. Damn. Yeah, I mean, she's not really wrong. I just like choked on nothing. She's not exactly wrong there, which is really sad to say, but it's definitely realistic in some cases. Because the part about, like, I feel like the one that's a little over dramatic is the one about, like, being with a man. I don't think, like, being with a significant other and relying on them. I think that's gonna be a minority of people who say what she said. If a pretty woman relies on a man, they say she's a parasite who has it easy. I feel like that is probably going to be the least likely thing to happen out of all of the things she said. But these things absolutely do happen, every single one that she listed, which is sad to say, but it's just reality. So I am myself with these clothes. Okay. That's very interesting. So she's trying to break all those stereotypes by wearing these clothes, being pretty, but also being headstrong and being able to take care of herself at the same time. She's trying to break all those stereotypes that people set on women. As long as I can prove them wrong, it's worth it. Oh god. Seen a flashback with his mom. I love the art style here. Or to rely on anyone else, right? Yeah, that's why they both chose, tennis, so they could do the single matches, not the team matches, because they don't want to rely on anyone, nor do they want anyone relying on them. At least not to me. Yeah, she literally just gave a whole speech about how she wants to be independent. Now she's quickly, in her mind, I don't think she's relying on him at all. She's just asking him for a little bit of help. In her mind, she's suddenly relying on him to find her a job, which I don't think is the case at all. She's just asking him for a little bit of help to get just some info on some jobs, and she has to do the rest herself to actually get the job. What is he gonna pay her? He's thinking of his mom. There you go. So now it's a transaction between the two of them. She's not relying on him. It has now become a transaction. She cooks him food, he finds her the job. So now it's an equal transaction between the two of them. I like that a lot. He was able to find a way to fill that requirement or that goal that she's trying to achieve. She in there cooking? I think he just meant for dinner. To give more than I take, huh? But the dad in the middle of fucking shaving. I also use salt and pepper. I've never used soy sauce on eggs. Does it really make that much of a difference to just have salt and pepper compared to soy sauce? I guess maybe you could have a pretty big difference, depending on how. It depends on how much soy sauce you use, I suppose. I love how they were like, we're not going to interfere with each other's lives, but here they are, like, making transactions and helping each other and talking daily. Which, to be fair, the talking daily thing is kind of inevitable when you live in the same house. But yeah, now they're like making transactions, helping each other with stuff, and getting along just fine, despite what they said in the beginning. So into self-improvement. Super money making is the book he's reading. An asset? What are you saying? So her ideology is very different from Asumura and ISA's ideologies. She fully believes that it is okay to, she thinks it's fully okay to rely on somebody. You know, some people actually prefer women who are a burden. What? It's like, just like the typical, like, guy ego pride thing where they want to, like, be able to take care of someone else at the same time, even if that person maybe burdens them. Yeah, that's very much a personal preference thing. Whether you want, like, there's so many personal preferences within a relationship. Whether, it's just everything they talked about in this episode is generally your preferences towards a person you're going to maybe be in a relationship with, or stereotypes people get pinned with, women in particular get pinned with. Oh god, the fucking subtitles are upside down. Super money making. Earn more the smart way. Investment tips you should know. It's nice if you have it, but if not, that's fine too. Just find someone to take care of you. Oh yeah, 100%. CEOs rely on all. CEOs wouldn't be a CEO without all the employees below them. Yeah, would have a sugar daddy or two? That is crazy. Yeah. You gotta relax. That's a high school kid right there. Let's calm down. Why don't you rethink depending on your family a little more? That's what you got from this. Even so, even if what she said is true, she still wants to be able to become self-independent. Might have been easier if you were terrible people instead. Oh wow. Interesting. It's like this whole situation of like moving into a new family and her wanting to become independent. She's thinking would have been generally easier for her to break away if said family had been pieces of shit. Then she could break away from them without any remorse, but now she's got these two who actually are very good people. And so it's become more difficult. That's very interesting. What's that? I could not tell what he pulled out of that bag, I'm gonna be honest. I could not tell at all. I love this OST. They've used it a few times now. It's a very pretty OST. Oh, there she is. I also love how it gives us the dates to show us like how it's only really realistically been a few days, I'm pretty sure. At least in this episode, we started on the 8th, I believe, and now it's the 10th. Unless it was the Tuesday the 9th. I don't know, but it's only been a few days. And I like how they're giving us different dates to see how they progress through the days and whatever it may be. Interesting how we just didn't interact with her. Yeah. Whoa. Oh my god. What the fuck? What is I say about to get fucking isekai'd? What just happened? What was that? You can't do that, I mean it. So that actually almost happened. She actually almost got hit by a truck because she couldn't hear anything. And she wasn't paying enough attention. Our headphone broke. I was not expecting that at all. What the fuck? So him screaming out must have barely made her hear it, so she was able to stop and back up. He gave her his umbrella and came home drenched. Yep, there she is walking with his umbrella. Seems like she might have forgotten hers. Hello, Maya. Well, it seems like that's what next episode is gonna involve, meeting ISA's friend. Good episode. I'm finding myself enjoying this show infinitely more than I originally thought I was going to. Like, I actually, that mature feel of the first episode was thoroughly kept up through this one, and I don't know. I'm enjoying this. I really am. I gotta say, I'm very much enjoying this series. Obviously, it's like I said in the first episode, when it gets to the romance part, that's when we'll really have to see if this series is worth it, if the series is actually good. But through these first 2 episodes, the way they've handled it is, I think it's really, really good. The dialogue is really well done, and I like the supernaturalistic approach where there's really long pauses in conversation. There's silent moments where people are just living their lives. Like, it's different from anime in that way, in that it really takes time to just fluff is the wrong word, because it's not fluffing out the scenes, but it's honestly adding onto and making the scenes better with these moments of people just doing regular everyday things in silence. Very cool stuff with the approach to this show. Like I said, the dialogue's done very well. A lot of the ideological conversations that were brought up in this episode were really strong. So I'm very intrigued to see where the rest of this series goes. Obviously, like I said, the romance is the biggest question mark right now, because this is a romance. When we get to that, we will really see what this series has. But as far as this episode goes, very enjoyable. So I think that is going to wrap it up for my reaction to Days of My Stepsister, episode 2. Or Step Bro I'm Stuck, episode 2. Hope you guys did enjoy, and I hope you all have a good day.